Hello, my fellow soulmate, twin flame, connection peeps. I said I'd do these readings whenever I felt led to, and oh boy, have I been avoiding that. Sorry, my fault. Just been purging a lot. Didn't want to bring that into here. Didn't want to bring it into the energy, you know what I mean? If you don't know me, my name is Starbraid. I do read tarot. I also do other videos on personal growth, as well as the craft. So you can check those out. They are weekly. Okay. Eventually I will edit those videos. I'm going to buy an editor because for some reason my editor isn't working on my computer, so it's fine. So this is for the Twin Flame Collective, particularly messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. For a moment there, I wanted to say the opposite. Masculines, are you needing a message first? Okay, all right. I'm really feeling it. I feel like masculines, if you are watching this, cross watchers, if you just wanted in-depth, this may not resonate with you. That is something I was going to mention. This isn't going to resonate with everybody. Okay, so if it doesn't resonate with you, you know what? Like, I understand we're supposed to be here for each other, but I just want to be the first person to say already that you don't have to say in the comments about how awful they were to you or how horrible they were to you. You know what I mean? The whole point is this is so you can work on yourself, get to a 5D perspective. It's not always about union. It's about working on yourself and that reflection of each other. Now, it's totally okay, and I understand that you want to know how your Divine Masculine is doing, Crosswatcher. But it sounds to me like they want some answers too. And I'm going to respect that. As a Divine Feminine myself, yes, you heard me right. I am on this journey myself, okay? As much as I've denied it, I denied it and denied it and denied it. I had to just, had to be taken by the horns just to fucking deal with it. So I know what you're going through, but Divine Masculines, these are for you, okay? This reading is going to be for you, since I strongly feel like you need a message right now. I just got a lot of pain in my shoulders and my neck. So you guys are definitely feeling a lot of burdens. You guys are definitely feeling a lot of responsibility and a lot of choices that need to be made. I've been feeling this from you for a while. I've been feeling this from you for a long, long time. Yet, 5 of Cups, King of Swords reversed. Maybe you felt like you did the Divine Feminine wrong, or that you've been wronged, or you both could have wronged each other. It takes 2 to tango. You know what I mean? So now that these are shuffled, I'm just going to get into the reading 3 minutes in. Like I said, this won't resonate with everybody, and that's fine. It's not the message for you. It's as simple as that if it doesn't resonate. Other than that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Crosswatcher, switch it around as you need fit, but I really feel like, you know, this may not. But it could possibly give you some insight into yourself, so either way. So let's get messages for our Divine Masculines from our Divine Feminines. In their headspace, they are going through a transformation with the Death card here. Looks like they're really facing their shadow side, and their heart space is the Knight of Cups. That could be them. They could be awakening to certain things in their mind, and their heart is open. And we'll clarify that, of course. I'm using this deck that I haven't used in a really long time. I never felt led to until now. Felt led to get it. The Fool. In their physical realm, huh? All right. So what I'm seeing here is that mentally, they're kind of going through a death, an ego death. So there could have been, what messages I'm getting here, Divine Masculine, is that the feminines, yeah, they may have felt like they were left out in the cold in the past, but they don't anymore. And I think mentally they're there. Mentally they have learned to transform, because in their heart, there's still a lot of love there. In their heart, there is this openness saying, you know what? The past is the past. You know, I'm going to allow my heart to be open to this connection, be open to this new beginning with the Fool. They're allowing this new energy to come into their physical realm. They're not going to be bound by the pain of the past anymore. They may feel like there's a lot of choices. There might be a lot of confusion during this time of transformation in their headspace, okay? And that's completely understandable. They may feel like they have a lot to juggle, you know, with this mentally. But I think divine feminines are getting impatient with the Temperance card reversed. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. That's a cute dog in that full card. Look at that. Look at that pupper. So cute. It's like they're open to it, but they're like, that's the message I'm getting. It's like divine masculine, I'm open, but don't expect me to wait for you. Don't expect me to wait forever. I have to go on with my life. I have to take my own risks. I have to, you know, move forward, you know, and that doesn't mean giving up on the connection nor ignoring the connection. It just means they're not going to be waiting anymore, which is exactly what they need to do, and vice versa. You know, this is about personal growth, this connection, this journey. This is about becoming your greatest version, justice in the physical realm, balancing the scales. We'll clarify that here in a minute. So I feel like this with the divine feminine, with the sword in hand and the scale in the other, it's like I create my own reality is the message I'm getting. It's like I'm open to this connection. I'm willing to give it a chance. Yeah. Oof, divine feminines are really, really doing some hard work on themselves right now for those who are resonating with this. Because what I'm seeing is that maybe they're at conflict, their heart and mind are at war because they're open to this connection. There might be a third party. They might be with someone, or you might be with someone, or you both might be with another partner. That may be why they don't want to kind of come together yet with both of these cards reversed. I'll get a bigger picture here in a minute. Well, dang. All right. Okay. And the High Priest. Wow. So, that's, I believe, an equivalent to the Hierophant. Yeah, I believe that's the Hierophant. If not, that's how I'm seeing it. That's exactly how I'm seeing it. Like, that's the first thing that came to me was the Hierophant. So someone could be in a marriage, or maybe you're both married, or maybe you were married to each other. Doesn't matter. This is a higher form of learning as well. Look at the sun and the moon. Balance and lessons. Looks like this person is learning that. Also, they may be learning to be single. You may want them to be single, or they are single. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is someone who is happily single. This is someone who has their shit together, okay? All right. Wait, that's strange. So this is something I want to bring out. These two go together. It's like they're very much in their power, divine feminines. They're in this place of what I'm getting, the messages I'm getting from these is they're all about that higher learning life. They're all about that transformation life, even in their headspace. Like, they are literally breaking down walls and probably feeling it too, like having a lot of emotions, but really I'm seeing a lot of boundaries, divine masculine, okay? They may feel like, because with the King of Cups reverse, that it doesn't have to, it's not gender specific, but what I'm feeling is that maybe, maybe they felt like it wasn't enough what they had to give. Like someone wasn't content. But another message that I'm getting is that they're not going to settle. Either you're the King of Cups right side up, or there's nothing at all. And what do I mean by that? It's like they know what they need. They know what this is about, and they're willing to be open to something. But they're not going to live in a place of unfulfillment. They're done with that life. They're really done. There's a lot of growth. There's too much growth happening here for them to be here. For settling for any less than someone's love, you know what I mean, at its fullest, and just kind of settling. That's the biggest message I'm getting right now. They aren't going to settle anymore. So for whoever resonates with that, not saying you're not enough at all, because you are enough. You are worthy of love, divine masculine. And I know that you guys have been going through it. I know you guys have been hurting a lot. I know you guys have been going through the transformative energy as well. And your divine feminine is not mass. They are definitely reflecting that. Okay, they are reflecting that shit. They're reflecting it hard. Because here we are in the headspace. It's like there's too much. There's so much going on with this Tower and the Death card and Seven of Cups. It's just like, okay. It's overwhelming in the sense of there's a lot going on in their head. They know there's a lot that needs work, and they're willing to do it. And in their heart space, they're like holding this cup saying, you know what? I'm not going to dismiss this connection. I'm going to be open to this connection. I'm going to be open to what's to come. But I'm not going to be in a state where I'm just waiting for something to happen and having expectations about it. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep learning with this High Priest and Nine of Pentacles. Doing it alone doesn't scare me anymore, is what I'm hearing. And, you know, that also means that with this Three of Cups, I feel like it's like I don't have to, it's not a place of total independence, it's interdependence, where it's like I am going to learn to be open to this love, to be open to this kind of vulnerability, but I don't have to have people to prove that. You know, I'm standing in my power now. I'm not going to wait for things to happen. I'm going to make things happen for myself. And whatever happens, happens. It's just really, and with the Fool here, I see it as a very freeing energy. It's not spiteful. It's not out of anger. It's not like, I don't need anybody. That is not the attitude. It is the opposite. It's like, hey man, everything's great. Like, it's going to be fine either way. It's fine. It's fine. Like, they're working through their shit. They're like, this is my shit. I'm working through it. I'm growing. I'm doing it. And they're at peace with if there was any kind of injustice, because there's a Six of Cups here reversed. So I have two messages for this. There may be some of you that have a divine feminine that you feel won't accept you back into their life, because this is someone from the past. And I feel like it's blocked. So some feminines may be blocked to their divine masculine. You may feel this. But really what it also is to me, because of the reflectiveness of the reverse and the right side up, what I'm seeing is bring justice or bring nothing. So with the cards I saw while I was shuffling earlier, that may very well be valid. They may feel like they have justice, you know, like I said, like it could be reverse, it could be both sides. I'm not trying to point fingers or anything like that. But it's like either we balance these scales and we bring truth. The sword means truth and communication. Look at her. She is sitting in her power. She's a badass. Could be dealing with a Libra. And she's not unkind. She's not, you know, she's not looking like anger. Her eyes actually look really soft and understanding. Her eyes are just like, at this point, it's like, look, it's very, like, I feel a lot of love. I love how they did her eyes, because her eyes are about, look, this isn't something, this isn't fighting. This is, we're going to bring truth and we're going to balance the scales if this is going to happen. We're going to be real and we're going to be honest, and we're going to lay it all out on the table, or we're not going to have anything. Not right now, at least. So the divine feminines are working on themselves, and I think they're really valuing that, which is exactly what we all are needing to do, which is very, very beautiful. Could be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus. So pretty much all the signs are here, to be perfectly fair. The divine masculine, that is what your feminine's saying. She's like, man, like, I'm open to whatever. I really am. I may be figuring stuff out. I may be hurting, but I am open. My cup is full. I'm making sure it stays full for me, but also for those around me, and that includes you. So my cup is full. It's always here, but I have boundaries, and there's some shit we gotta work out. So if you are in the separation stage of this journey, like, know that if you do want to come back, because of the cards that I saw before with the 5 of Cups and the King of Swords reversed, that needed to come out. Beginnings. Okay. That maybe somebody kind of hurt somebody, maybe betrayed them or something. And it could be from both sides. And I think the divine feminine, no matter how it pertains, she knows this, or he knows this, whoever. Like I said, it's not gender specific. Feminines know this, and they're willing to own up for their shit. And they're like, no matter how we approach it, no matter what, it's going to have to be in truth, and the scales will have to be balanced for us to go forward. And if you're in union or just reunited, because the journey doesn't stop when you come to union, you guys are still going to be working through shit. I'm just going to let you know, if you're not in union, even if you never get in union, if you find yourself in union, shit's still going to have to be worked on. That's just the fact of the matter. You're not going to get out of it just because you went through a separation and then you cried and then you reunited and fucking, like, it's going to be work. It's probably going to be even harder whenever you unite, because now you're two totally different people getting to know each other. And not only that, you got a past together. So your guys are going to have, you're going to have to come with some serious understanding. Okay? You're definitely going to have to see things from the 5D and not the 3D, if you know what I mean. You're going to have to be in that energy of love for that shit. But that's none of my business. Okay, let's pull some more. Divine masculines, I just also want to say kudos to you for being here. So many of you are truly coming into this energy of knowing who you are and what this journey is about. I really am glad that you're grounded energy, and I'm very grateful for your balance in the energies. Very grateful. Thank you for being here and acknowledging, like, what you're about. With that being said, oh, fuck. Divine masculines. You're divine feminines. And you. Both the yins. I'm going to pull cards for this too. Okay, that explains a lot. Woohoo! Crown chakra is the overall energy. Like I said, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from a place that not a whole lot of people bother to look. This is what it's for. And at the bottom of the deck of the other one is the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Understand that this isn't always about the physical. This is about spiritual as well. Communicating in the 5D, the higher realms, or whatever. You don't have to work, you probably don't got to work as hard as you think to speak to each other, because I got the throat chakra over here. So I'm going to go over that. And that's why I gave you that look like, okay. So we got new beginnings in their headspace. Definitely. There's no other card to make sense of that than the Tower and the Death card there. We all know that maybe their logic is taking a new approach. Maybe all the things in their mind are now taking a different approach. A new beginning, a new start. And their heart space is crowd surfing. So your divine feminine right now is focused. Despite all of the chaos, all the people around them, they're focusing. It's funny how she's looking up at this star and there's like the cup right there. Even though things may not look ideal, even though they're not going to be waiting on this connection, you know, that they're standing in their power, they know who they are. It doesn't mean that they just kind of forget everything, you know, that they don't feel something for you and they don't feel, you know, because with this card, she's looking at the star. So it's like, divine feminine's almost saying, don't worry. Don't worry about thinking that, like, I'm not thinking about you or that it doesn't mean shit to me anymore, because it does. And I feel like your divine feminine wants to speak that with the throat chakra. I think you guys actually want to speak this to each other. But whatever this energy is with the sword and the scales and this love in her eyes, it's like, just open up. Say what you're feeling. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Sorry. Just, anyway. John Mayer. You know, with the Fool card, she's up for anything. She's like, I'm open to the universe. I'm open to adventure. I'm open to new things. But with, you know, it's, so pretty much the message I'm getting here with the throat chakra is like, look, I'm doing my thing. I'm moving forward. If you want to be a part of it, I am open to that. However, this is how we're going to approach it. They acknowledge that love. They have love for you. And it's that old time love. It's that love for many lifetimes. It's that knowing you, like knowing who you are in your essence, despite anything that's ever happened. But they're not going to deny the work that needs to be done. And it's going to take communication. It's going to take honest, loving communication in the physical realm. And it will bring that if you allow it. Sure, just know your divine feminine isn't closed off to you and hasn't forgotten you. It's just that they're standing in their power and they're understanding their worth. They get it. And it's not that they're afraid of losing it, because they're not. Some of them may be afraid. That may be where the mental conflict comes in. They may be afraid of losing this. So you may feel like they're closed off just because they realize their worth. Specialness, you know, the special abilities and gifts they have to give this world and themselves. And the reason why the message earlier with the King of Cups reversed and the Four of Cups, where they're not going to settle, they're not going to settle for any less, is because it's an entanglement. Kind of like the third party situation thing. If either one of you are in a third party, they're like, you know, I feel like for those who are resonating, your divine feminine is single. So I feel like this is for those who have a single divine feminine, because the single card showed up. You may not be in contact, like no contact. You may be in separation, but they are single. You know, could be the other way, but honestly, that's what I feel for this reading. That's just what's resonating. But I think that if you are in a relationship, a karmic relationship, that doesn't mean bad. Karmics are a blessing. They really are. They help us grow, and they're souls too. So I don't mean that as a bad thing. We should all wish well on everybody involved. So, but the thing is that if you are in this, you might want to, you know, kind of reflect on it if you're watching this video and you're thinking of someone else first and foremost. But also, entanglement. They don't want to be a part of that. They're like, you know, like, come at me when you're ready. That's what I'm going to title this video. Come at me when you're ready. Come at me when you got your shit figured out. That doesn't mean everything figured out. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing here there's a lot of patience. Even with the Temperance card reversed, I don't think they're in a rush for anything. I think that what they're meaning is that I am fine on my own. And I love myself and I'm going to keep growing. But I am going to be here, you know, when you're ready. But you got to work some shit out. And you might want to watch the feminine video if you kind of want insight into maybe what you got to work on. Feminines, I hope you're thinking of the same thing. I hope this is resonating with you. This is very high energy. even though your mental space is kind of like a mess. And I feel that. It's a new beginning and you know it. For those of you who are resonating, you know it. You're like, I know. It's just like, it really sucks. It hurts, but I know what happened. Like, I know this. I've done it before. So let's get a few messages from Spirit, Divine Masculines. Well, hello. Well, that's a dynamic. Haha. So Divine Feminines are very much nurturing themselves right now, Divine Masculine, especially in their headspace, because there's a lot of chaos there. And this is about how can you mother yourself. Sorry, my dog's going nuts. She's definitely learning how to be her own best friend, which is very, very important. And I think we all need to learn that. How can she love herself? How can she really keep, because Divine Feminines, like I said, not gender specific, are very emotional. We're emotional, not overly emotional, but we are emotional. And sometimes those emotions need a lot of nurturing. And until we're awakened, we don't know how to do it internally. We seek it externally. And by doing this for themselves, that they can really present their best self and become their best self and their greatest version by knowing how to nurture themselves. And in the heart space, stop overthinking and keep facing your north. I really feel like this is for you, Divine Masculines, because feminines have been kind of like, for those who are resonating, sorry, jaw just started hurting. I don't know why. My jaw never hurts. Wonder what that's about. But you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. Divine Feminines are really embracing this. They're just facing their true north. It doesn't matter who will be a part of it or not. They just know that they just trust the universe that everything's going to work out in their favor as long as they keep doing what they need to do to nurture themselves and become their greatest version. And I think you Divine Masculines may be wondering if they just don't give a fuck anymore. If they just don't care. You know what I mean? And that's not true. So if you're having trouble trusting in this connection, I think the best thing, number one, is to kind of figure out how you can work on yourself and better yourself first and foremost. Yes, play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. Your Divine Feminines are telling you, like, look, I know that it's a heavy time, but don't forget, don't forget that this is still a game, that your reality is what you make of it. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Figuring out who your true soul tribe is. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I feel like your Divine Feminines are speaking to you, are kind of giving you some advice right now, Divine Masculines. So maybe you really need to learn also how to nurture yourself and love yourself and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. I know that's kind of hard sometimes. But through that, you'll kind of be lighthearted to the point where you will be able to release soul patterns, contracts, past lives. So if there is a connection that you want to be released from, which has been coming up in a lot of readings for Divine Masculines, then kind of getting to, I know it sounds really lame and it sounds really like counterintuitive, but getting into this place of playfulness and lightheartedness is going to help you move past those things. It's not about not going through the dark night of the soul. It's about embracing it and understanding that it's for your highest self. You've been training this for lifetimes. Don't worry. Don't worry. So I feel like the Divine Feminines are really encouraging you to remember who you are, not come back, remembering, because they have always seen your true potential. They've always seen you. And even if it doesn't feel like that, there was that soul recognition. And I believe for those who are resonating, they've always seen you and you know that. So they're kind of encouraging you kind of from their own lessons, saying like, bruh, this life, it's what you make of it. And they know how dark it can get. But as long as you're pursuing that truth and that inner knowing and being real with yourself, you won't fail. It's a game. This relationship doesn't mean games. It's recognizing your own inner strength and your own personal power. So that's beautiful. Your divine feminines are definitely talking to you right now and kind of loving you in their own way and sending a loving message to you that they believe in you and that they know you can do this, but it's ultimately up to you. Kind of just a sense of encouragement. So love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I know it was a really long reading because I don't do it regularly. So it's just kind of like when I have messages, I have messages. I love you guys. Good luck to you, divine masculines. You have all my love. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, or just one of them. I don't care. It's whatever you feel led to do. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.